time. Okay. And now the topic of the, for example, the cover work is translation of verb aspects from Uzbek into English and analysis of translation strategies degan mavzuda. Men rahbar Shkurova Pavlovna, scientific advisor, Professor Ashur Shahobuddin Saidovich. From the external review, they took from the Sorbonne, Associate Professor in the Economic and Intellectual University of Samarkand Campus, Department of Foreign Languages. Taxasını ve içki takras Rustam Adeşişan Kolunu tamamlandı. Department of Intelligence, for example, and they have their own scientific supervisors like signature, and the certificate that depends on their like plagette 94 plus 0.63%. And how many of you have, for example, certificates depend on your knowledge, like C1, maybe like you have? Not yet, okay. Without like certificates. Okay, for each student, we'll give you approximately 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, we'll ask some questions depending on your topic. If there will be not any like other questions, the second student will continue, okay? Maximum like 15 minutes for the topic one. If someone is ready, welcome. Your turn. Mahama.
Respected teachers and students, today I'm going to start our presentation related to our diploma work entitled Translation of Work Aspects from Uzbek into English and Analysis of Translation Strategy. Our diploma work consists of 5 parts: the introduction, chapter 1 with sub-chapters, and chapter 2. And the conclusion of chapters and the conclusion and the list of used literature. Chapter 1, including theoretical foundation of work aspects and translation, and sub-chapters, including concepts of work aspects and work aspects in English and Uzbek. And chapter 2, including translation strategies for rendering Uzbek verbs and English words, and the main translation strategies and some challenges of translating Uzbek words and English into English. And chapter 3, including practical analysis of literary texts of English and Uzbek verbs and non-literary texts. And they have list of used literature into internet resources. In recent years, the Republic of Uzbekistan has paid increasing attention to the development of simultaneous translation. This files played a crucial role in the training of qualified translation. The translation of work aspects from Uzbek into English may differ sometimes because, as we know, both languages came from different language families, as the Uzbek relates to the Turkic group and the English relates to the Germanic group. They can be different translated. The main differences which we during the translation of work aspects, they can be work aspects which uploads in time, whether it's completed or habitual or continue. And our diploma work analyzes translation challenges and the actuality of our research is its contribution, both strategies and the object of the research work is the system of word aspects and the Uzbek language and English language. The aim and tasks of our research work is to define theoretical foundations and to classify main challenges to evaluate how English, to examine how English express aspectual meaning and to evaluate the effectiveness of some strategies. So, turn into chapter 1.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why do you consider that the translation activities are essential nowadays? You have mentioned that the Republic of Uzbekistan pays crucial attention to the translation activities. Why? What is the reason of it?
Because the translating is translating Uzbek into English is essential with the activities because with the help of activities it can be easy and memorable. And
Where it is memorable? In the sphere of education, in the sphere of economy, in which sphere it is essential? All spheres are included. Why it is so important for us to develop translation activities? You have mentioned that the Republic of Uzbekistan, not the ministry, not the president, just the Republic of I, the representative of Republic of Uzbekistan. That's why I'm interested in it. Why it is necessary? Just explain.
What's your name? Only clear.
Thank you. Yeah, we go.
Okay.
First of all, introduce yourself, please. Introduce yourself.
My full name is Kisan. And today I would like to present the first chapter of the expose is a theoretical conditions of the work aspect and translation. This chapter focuses on the concept of the work aspects and linguistics and provides a complete overview of aspects in English and Uzbek languages. First of all, it's important to distinguish between themes and aspects. Themes shows when action happens, such as in the past, present, or future. Aspect, however, shows how action unfolds in time. In other words, aspect describes whether an action is completed or ongoing, repeated or habitual. For example, she will not committed. This shows a completed action, but she was writing with the shows in action and progress. Therefore, aspect focuses on the internal structure of the action rather than its sequence. As a theoretical part, I discussed the ideas of important linguistics such as the novellar and final concrete. I discussed the ideas of important linguistics such as the concrete and the novellar. Final concrete defined aspects as different ways of viewing the internal legal structure of a situation. He distinguished two main types of aspect. First of all, protective aspect and imperfective aspect. Protective aspect is present and action is concluded. For example, she finished as a verb, whereas imperfective aspect which presents an action is ongoing, repeated, or habitual. For example, she was working. Another important students in our method classified verbs into four categories such as statements, activities, accomplishments, and achievements. For example, statements suggests law, beauty, and activities such as or accomplishments such as build the house, or achievements such as arrive at me. This classification demonstrates aspect is connected not only with grammar, but also with the meaning of the words.
Okay. Thank you. I have a question. What's the aspect? What's the difference? Are there any difference between the two?
In this,
Maybe also translate. Same thing.
yes, aspect is a differences. One is distinguish one is type, for example, express the nature of reason, but aspect shows how it's
Uzun şeylerden bakmıyor. Ters bırak, sen bunu farkında. Ters bırak. Masal. Ters bırak, ters bırak, ters. Zem mutası, kaçıncı boyamdı, mutası perfect boyamdı. İkemman boyamdı. Onların diyorum ben biz anlamazsınız böyle rengi. Kim çok gelir? You can answer for this question.
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference between aspect and test?
Tense show the when action happened and the aspect and how it happened.
Okay. Okay, another example.
For example,
Is test or aspect? Okay.
I want to know Uzbek scholars. Did you look through? Because you are talking about the theoretical foundations for development. We have mentioned foreign ones. Will you think about national, local ones? Because in the list of references I haven't found. Are there? Bölgesi masası kurulu. Mırcın mahalleyi Uzbek olanlardan hoşlanıyor. Aynen şu mağlup çeşitlerinde var.
Istovremeno. Kako što možemo učiti?
Zapravo, bana şu ikisi de geçiyor.
Ali već aynı pravda je. Uzmizde olanlarda pravda kurban. Smo skrenuli. Uzmano da zelo, bana to je dobro, svi kući ko bana to što je. Uzbek olanlarda nas sadece biraz. İşte aslında ne yapıyor? Kim bu mağaza geçişleri var? Bu zengin isterler. Kim var mı? Sürekli bu mağaza geçişleri.
I am revised and move on to the second chapter about translation strategies for a living background aspects into English. The primary strategy for work aspects is grammatical equivalence. And this chapter explains the main strategies and challenges involved in translating work aspects into English. One of the translation strategy is the grammatical equivalence, choosing the closest English tense or aspect form. And the second one is lexical compensation, using words like already, still, suddenly, or to express aspectual meanings. And the next one is contextual adaptation, selecting the most appropriate translation according to the context. And then also, there are some challenges in translation. Uzbek is an agglutinative language, while English is more analytic and making direct translation difficult. Uzbek and English have different aspect systems, habitual, ongoing, and completed actions are expressed differently into language. Uzbek auxiliary verbs often indicate duration or completion, while English usually use progressive or perfect forms. Accurate translation of Uzbek verb aspects require more than grammatical knowledge. Translators must understand the context, meaning, and also function of the verb for choosing the most suitable English equivalent and preserve the original message. When a target language lacks a direct grammatical equivalent, translators often turn to lexical compensation, which involves using a verb, participles, or phrase verbs such as already, soon, suddenly, or to begin. Uzbek verbs are formed by attaching a series of suffixes to a root. Each suffix carrying specific grammatical meaning, such as tense, expected person, or everything too late.
Very okay, thank you. What's the object of your work?
Object.
Yeah. İşte tabii ki farklı zaman olan nasıl yemin edilen bilirsen nasıl
Believe, to know, to believe.
fiilde Türkçe fiilde o zaman o tabii ki farklı olması değil mi?
This one aspect meaning.
Hani ne bakın sallanıyor ötesine o öyle değil bunlar bilmez ki. Bu şeyler mi? Hayır olmaz bu şeyler. Bu ziz yoz yazıyor. Hayır olmaz.
Bu arada bana mesela ne yalan
Hayır, asıl sonra ilmi öyle bir soru değil aslında. Hadi yazılmış farklı zaman var. Musola var ya, sonra mı? Musola bir musola koyuyor. İki musola şöyle kan veriyoruz. Zaman gelirse sana turnuva veriyoruz, turan veriyoruz. Bunu lekin musola veriyoruz. Bir yerde maşallah kavakta geliyordu ama asli tüketimiz zaten. Bütün test
Müsaade ederek, pronto, yapmak zorunda değiliz, başlayalım.
Achievement yang sok itu kan prestasi itu achievement.
Decision.
Что yang sok itu kan? Mana yang achievement? Natija itu.
Natija.
Oh, misalnya kan? Natija itu. Terus bisa misalnya kan?
Natija bo'lishi bu tens bo'lsa, qanday natija bo'lishi bu aspekt. Misol uchun, she reads the book. Bu kitob o'qidi, bu tens bo'ladi.
Read betul kadar betul zaman. Read itu o'qiydi har doim. Prezident o'qiydi.
She is reading bu aspekt bo'ladi, ya'ni ongoing. Biri ongoing bo'ladi, birinchisi habitual bo'ladi.
Okay, you said English language, Agglutinative language, yeah? Uzbek language, analytic language. Why? What's he said?
Chunki Uzbek is Turkic language. English is German.
Şu sabahtan. Fikirleri yoktur ya grada, kodakta bizde de yetmiyor. Madde. beklerdi. Bakılmadı, gramatik bakılmadı.
Good morning. I'm Christopher Songbun. Today, I would like to present chapter 3 of my diploma work in integral practical analysis of work aspect translation in literary and non-literary text. So, analysis of word aspect translation in literary text involves examining all different.
Okay, we will show the examples. You have mentioned practical analysis. We will show example in literary and non-literary text. Do you have any examples on your presentation? Is that it alone?
Speak about the example of this. Literary works from Brad and Brad Juice. And for example, she was reading when he entered the room. Translation in Malay together with the popular cat.
Karamasa, buzuk karaması verin ben şunu.
Yani bir yılda o topraklarını Malay etti. She was reading topraklarını devam ediyordu. İnternet ise bu ortaya aspekt sokulan bu Malay
Explain about this. That's all. She was reading when he entered the room. Okay.
Represent and controlling action in the past. Take letters, take background situation against which another action. Yani bu vazgeçin. Bu devam bir göre yaptı. Yani paskan bir ongoing action.
What kind of literary? You mentioned reports. What kind of report? Maybe that. Oh. Kaya so. Ay sasabihan.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know who wrote this like Roman? Kim knows them, Pride and Prejudice.
You guys will get that.
Yeah. You also didn't smell. Was it the Dutch mention? Ah.
Ben de
Ya bedersin. Bir de istek. Pas olmasıyla yapalım. Şimdi ismi kodlar şey hakikaten. Az olması da İslam'ın sözü şöyle.
bu da
Pride and Prejudice. İslam.
Ise tu. Tatuyu geçecek.
Az yandan neler yok İslam.
I will talk about conclusion. Conclusion. The analysis of word aspect translation from Uzbek into English shows that aspect is a key elementary in expressing time, structure, and meaning in language. Uzbek and English differ significantly in how they express aspect, which often make direct translation difficult. Therefore, translator must carefully choose appropriate grammatical and lexical strategy to preserve the original meaning. The study also shows that translation strategies such as modulation, compensation, and grammatical transformation are essential for appropriate rendering. Overall successful translation depends on a deep understanding of both language aspect system and the context of the case.
Okay. Uzbekcha tilda nima qilsa kerak? Yuristlarga ma'lum. Shunga nima qilsa kerak mana shu?
Boyagi savolingizga umumiy javob berib ketsam, siz so'radingiz, aspekt va
Zamonni farqi.
zamon farqi. O'zi mavzu shundan iborat. Zamonda aspektlar bu ish harakatni qanday davom etayotganini va qay holatda tugaganini, davom etganini shu haqida ma'lum ekan. Bu zamon esa bu shu ish harakatni ifodalab beradi. Mana misol uchun, men o'qidim desak, men o'qidim zamon. Buni aspekt oladigan bo'lsa, ish harakat tugallangan, davom etadi. Ya'ni bu fe'lga inobatga olsak, aspektga oladigan bo'lsak, bu esa ish harakatni davom etayotganligini bildiradi.
Ben aspekt uyuşan sorular ya. Aspekt. Aspekt. Altı şey var. Bağlı. Ko'rmagansiz, aspekt uyushayotib, ko'p ish qilganlar, esda. Aspekt zamonning farqlanishi. Ikkalasiga bitta izoh qo'yasiz.
Ozroq qo'yapti.
Yakunlanma deysiz.
Yo'q. O'zim tushunyapman, sizlarga qanday tushuntirib
Mana rosa o'zbekcha so'zlar nima qilsa kerak? Nima bo'lsa?
Faqat ishlash kerak edi. Oxirgi xulosa nima bo'ladi? Qanday o'quvchilarga qanday tushuntirib berasiz? Vaqtni so'rab bersangiz, bo'ladi. Qanday tushuntirib berasiz? Tashqi qilayotgan vaqtda nimaga bunday deysiz? Qanday tushuntirib berasiz? O'zingiz tushunganingiz foydasi yo'q, siz tushuntirib bera olsangiz. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're free. Also,